Alright, so today we're out here in the garden. I thought I'd bring y'all along. It's a little windy out here. We're going to plant some seeds. Gavin, what do you got here, buddy? Got green beans? We're going to plant some green beans, and we're going to maybe harvest a few things and just show you around and see what all we got growing out here. It's been quite nice. The garden is growing full strength, so let's check it out. Alright, so let me just show y'all real quick what we got on this side of the this garden bed here. We got everything coming up pretty nicely. These are green beans here popping up. Some of them I may plant a few more seeds. I don't think they all came up. Got tomatoes in the back, some peppers there in the front, and then our potatoes are going quite crazily tall. Hopefully we have some potatoes growing under there. We have quite a bit of green foliage growing. And down here, as you can see, we got some cucumbers planted. We may plant a few more. I don't think all the seeds came up. And then of course we got the squash and zucchini plants. All these seeds are starting to sprout nicely. So hopefully in a few weeks we'll start picking some squash and zucchinis. The one thing that I'm quite amazed with this year, this is our strawberry tower, the green stalk tower. This is our second year growing these strawberry plants. They've been in here. This is the second year plant, and I'm just amazed by how many strawberries are on this. If you can see that, I mean, this thing is loaded down with strawberries. So hopefully they will be making, and we should have a ton of strawberries this year. It's pretty exciting. So stay tuned on us harvesting some strawberries. This thing's just loaded down with strawberries everywhere. So we'll should have a nice crop of strawberries this year. Alright, I come back here on the backyard side of the bed. We got everything's growing very nicely here. This kohlrabi here, I'm going to start harvesting this. You can actually eat the leaves on the kohlrabi, kind of like a collard green or maybe a turnip. Then you can also eat the actual bulb there. So we're going to start harvesting some of this and cook it down like a greens. And then of course our lettuces, we've been coming out and getting leaves as we need it for sandwiches or what. I've been also harvesting whole heads. Then in between here, sure, tomatoes growing quite nicely. This is the Brandywine Tomato. Got some jalapeno plant back here. Our onions growing along the back side. Kales, tomatoes, and then of course more lettuce. I got these signs here. You're probably wondering where I got these. My wife Meredith just found these at the Rustic Warehouse. There's a vendor in there that sells these. Very cool. Her name's Rhonda. If you want to go check it out, the Rustic Warehouse, I'll put down the link in the description where you can find out about these signs. But I actually got some more ordered, and so I'll have some more out here next weekend or so. So these signs are really pretty cool. Laser cut, sturdy, pretty thick metal. So these really last in our garden. I've been looking for something like that for quite a few years, so these are going to really work out nice. When we come along here, we got some basil coming. Two different basil. This is the Thai basil, and then the regular basil there. And then the Swiss chard is actually finally starting to fill in very nice. This stuff is really pretty easy to grow in the cold and in the hot heat of the summer. We'll harvest that and saute it down as well. Just planted one sage plant there. Got a little sage growing, and our cilantro is almost about to start to bolt. So we're gonna have to start doing something with this. It's gonna go to seed pretty soon. Of course, you can save the seeds, which would be coriander, spice, or you can replant the seeds as well. So the cilantro is coming up very nicely. And what else here? Down here are asparagus. All of our asparagus is coming up since we last showed y'all. You can kind of see it here. This is the first year they're growing. They're quite thin, spindly, but they will eventually grow. And in about, probably have to wait 3 years for these to be able to harvest them. You can see all the ferns are coming along here. Got our tomato cages kind of laying on top of this garden for now because I don't want them digging in the bed. Our dogs are digging in the bed, so we've kind of put those there just to keep them from being able to get at in the beds here. So our asparagus is coming along very nicely. And then back here in this back row here is some leeks that are doing really well actually. So I'm quite impressed of our leeks. They're growing very well. We'll probably mound up a little more soil around the bottom to get more whites part when we're ready to harvest them. Once this lettuce is almost done, we'll plant something else here in this area as well. Really done time for the cool weather crops. These lettuces and cilantros, even this kale. The kale will grow through the spring and even in the summertime. So we'll start harvesting a lot of this kale. This is a red Russian kale here, and then this is what I call the Dinosaur Kale. I really like these different kales. You can, I usually saute them. You can roast them in the oven, make kale chips. It's been really popular, but I think sauteing them is the best way to go. So we got quite a bit of stuff. As you can see, this tomato plant is kind of surrounded by lettuces, but this lettuce will be harvested before this tomato even has a chance to be. Quite amazingly, there's already a pepper plant on this pepper, as you can see right there. So this is just a sweet bell pepper plant on that one. So actually got a bell pepper already. This here is the tomatillo plant. It's got blooms already on it. So hopefully we'll have some tomatillos soon. You see in there. Then our tomatoes. I think I saw some blooms on the tomatoes earlier too, which I don't pick the blooms on the tomatoes. I've seen some people recommend picking the tomato blooms to let the plant get bigger, but I do not do that because we need to get tomatoes set on our plant before the summer heat sets in here for us. So don't pick off your blooms. Let the plant grow and you'll have tomatoes sooner than later and more plentiful of them. Thankfully we haven't had many weeds in the garden yet this year, so that is good. Hopefully this pecan mulch has helped prevent some of the weeds. I do see a few back in here. I'll come and pick between the leeks, but so far not too many weeds growing, so hopefully these onions will make. So we'll have some nice onions. And so there's just a little bit of our garden. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.